Hi, this is Jay Norris, author of Mastering the Currency Market and host of Live Market Exercise at Clovernest.com. Welcome to the report. Before we get to the charts, I do need to point out that trading futures and Forex is a risky endeavor and not suitable for all investors. The charts we're going to be covering are real-time market snapshots and may not be replicated going forward. First market we're looking at is the Australian US dollar. Aussie USD tried to make a comeback today. I don't think we had that trend line drawn yesterday. My bad. And you see how powerful trend lines are. I'll tell you this, in my 30 years experience being around markets and trading markets and being around traders, I could tell you that the trend line is the one tool that I would absolutely could not do without. I mean, it's foremost. I mean, the trend line, then my directional lines. Retracements are big too. At any rate, you see the power of the trend line. Pow! Price got to it, couldn't go any further. I was hoping for a correction, but you can't trade on hope. And I was hoping for a correction because you've got a big uptrend here, big rally, and I wouldn't mind having the opportunity to get positioned in that in the long run. I think that the Aussies got some clear advantages. Certainly they have problems too, but trading currency is a relative thing. So, it's a big bull market. It wouldn't have been bad if you corrected, but it did not. Check out the update today. So, you got to think that's telling us something. Well, clearly it's telling us that the monthly's up and the weekly's up also. Tough to make hay on the downside when you have that. You either have to sell a rally following a counter, sell a rally and hope for a counter trend move. Basically, that's about it if trying to get short in a bull market. Next market. The Euro US dollar. Euro US dollar coming up. Had an update there too. Not much to write about. I mean, yeah, it closed in the green, but it looks like it opened up there too. It opened a little bit stronger, and you saw the downside. I guess technically you have a lower high and a higher, a higher low and a higher high, but you're still, you're still in that channel. If you drew a 60-minute chart or a 4-hour chart, you'd see that you're pretty much pinned in there in this channel. So I'm thinking, markets go up and down. The way to take advantage of the market taking advantage of everyone else is to sell it when it goes up and try to buy it when it goes down. So I think you're still pinned in a channel there within a larger channel. So really nothing new. As I've been pointing out, hey, the market's counter-trend. The monthlies, you're below the monthly line, you're above the weekly line. So you're between those lines. If you're in a counter-trend market, you're susceptible to those 60-minute swings. I want to put the pivots on here also because I want to show you the monthly pivots. Sometimes I have them on. I always have them on when I trade, but sometimes I take them off. I like a clean chart. I'm a chart snob. But look at the pivot, the central pivot. Look at the support it provided there. And really that was just the bottom of a channel, and now it's going to rotate back up to the top of a channel. So you're starting to put it all together there. Pound US dollar, boy, big down move in the pound. Boy, that was something. It's really something because, it was up big on the inflation letter, and then the same man who wrote the letter spoke today, Merv the Swerve King, and whoa, boy, they put the wood to it this morning. But you know what? It came all the way back in the U.S. afternoon session, so boy, what an interesting day. Not sure what to make of that other than, that's an outside candle. Boy, I tell you what, well, the daily is still up. The daily is actually in the process of shifting up. You can see you're above the yellow line, above the white line. So there you go. You're seeing the dollar's having a hard time against the pound. So for that big intraday downstroke you saw after King spoke on inflation, boy, that market's coming right back. Next market we're looking at would be the chief here, dollar chief. Chief continued its correction. You got to the top of the range there. You got to that. You did just get to the. Well, you came up shy of the January high. Now you had a pretty good turnaround here, so you're seeing dollar weakness now. I said it here too, where you're essentially counter trend. You had a nice uptrend going, weekly up, daily up. Well, now the daily's down, but you can't bet on that. You can't put too much money on a weekly being up if that monthly's down. You're very susceptible to the price swings on these longer term intraday charts, such as a 240. So when that 240 turned down there, that was it. It never quite turned down here. It did turn down here, but overall it held that trend. And when it turned here, it just came down. So I think there's probably pretty good room on both sides of this. Big down day today. We'll have to see if you get support on that central pivot and that the confluence of the support of the central pivot and the weekly directional line. Next market, the dollar yen. Dollar yen held up pretty good, all things considered. These currencies are going their own way, and I don't mind seeing that at all. Here, let me get the pivots out of the way. Look, you got all the way to the monthly line. You got all the way to that monthly directional line. That's big resistance there. Dollar yen trying to knock on the door. That would be big if it takes that out. I'd like to see it take it out just slow and easy. Nobody really notices. Get a couple closes above it, and then you start a slow move higher. But, what we want to see and what happens off the two different things in this game. But, I believe you're in the long, drawn-out process of putting in a big rounded bottom here, and I'm sticking to that. So if you get a close above there, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be something to watch. Hey, let's look at the U.S. stock market, and then we'll look at the dollar index, which I imagine slumped. And we'll wrap it up. There's the U.S. stock market continues to bound higher. Today was the 16th. That's the middle of the month, so you anticipate inflows into your 401k, your employee stock ownership programs, your IRAs, and all that good stuff. Everyone gets paid in the middle of the month. They take out a portion of that. It goes into the securities market, savings vehicles, investment vehicles, all that good stuff. So you tend to have a good move in the middle of the month, just as you do at the beginning of the month, and this month was no different. And you tend to see these moves exaggerated also at the beginning of months there like that when you're in a healthy bull market. So there you go. It's a bull. Take a look at the dollar index and we'll wrap it up. The bulls are running on Wall Street. And that happens more times than not if you go back in history. Old saying, pessimists don't make money on Wall Street. Well, every now and again they get a window of opportunity, but it generally doesn't last too long. But we'll have to see. There's interesting times. That's all I could say. Here's your dollar index. You had a big turnaround there. You can see you closed below the yellow line, so you're going to shift that daily directional line. It is what it is. It's pretty interesting. Interesting to see that you got to keep an eye on this guy. I don't know. I think with the dollar yen, with the dollar chief in the process of these long drawn out bottoms, I think probably the same here. It'll be interesting to see if you get a higher low somewhere in here. But definitely got to watch it. I suppose here we'll take a look at it on a 4-hour chart. And here's what I would be looking at. Here's what I am looking at. Whoops. And then I would look for the retracement, where that comes in at. somewhere, yeah, 78, the figure there. So I'd be looking for a potential support at 78, the figure. And that'd be the 50% retracement right there. Okay, hey, thank you very much, everybody. My name is Jay Norris. I wrote Mastering the Currency Market. Come to Clovernest.com and check out our live market exercise. You're certainly welcome to do that. That's complimentary for clients. I'm sure we don't have a problem letting you demo that if you want to try that out at Clovernest.com. Live market exercise. It's in the lower left-hand corner of the site. You can sign up there. Just open up a demo account, and we'll get in touch with you, and you can come on out and see what we're doing, and that's on us. Hey, thank you very much. I'll catch everyone back here tomorrow.